Hi, in this video, I'm going to tell you about 2 visitations, 2 days in a row from 2 angels. And as I had told you before in my other videos, I was a military wife. And we had just gotten transferred to Connecticut. And, well, actually it was Groton. It was Groton, Connecticut. But we were living... No, actually, we had moved from New London, Connecticut to Groton into Navy housing. So we were already we had already moved into Navy housing. Well, something happened to me that at that time I didn't know what to make of it. First of all, I was not a born-again Christian. I was a Catholic, a headstrong Catholic, born and raised a Catholic. I had no idea what it was to have a visitation from angels. I had no idea about being born again, saved, none of that. I was nothing. I knew nothing. Well, I'm going to tell you, usually whenever we got transferred to a new station, I would wait about a month, month and a half, 2 months before I went to go look for a job. And I always started out with the temporary agencies because they were very flexible. And I didn't know my way around. So, you know, working for for a temporary agency got me familiar with the area and employers. Well, anyways, this is what I'm going to tell you what happened. Again, remember, I know nothing about being saved. I was not baptized in water. None. Zero. And so I was getting out of work at 2:30, and I got home at 2:45, and the kids used to always get home by 3:30, 3:45, whatever. And that day I came home, and for some odd reason, I just felt like I needed to go into my bedroom. At the end of our bed, I had a little bench, and I had a Bible, my Catholic Bible, the Holy Bible that I've had for 42 years. 42 years. Here it is. This is my Bible that I've had for 42 years. It doesn't have the front or the back, but I've had it for 42 years. Well, anyways, and I always had it at the foot of my bed, and I always had it open, you know, just there. And that day, that afternoon, I got home from work, and I was just led to go to the bedroom. So I did. I walked myself to the bedroom down the hall, and I felt like I was guided to sit at the bench at the edge of the bed, and I had the Holy Spirit was all over me, but I had no clue. It was just really warm, and I could feel this warmth, but I didn't know what it was. And I understood that I was to get the Bible, put it in my lap, and open it where it was, and put my hands on it. So I just put my hands on the Bible, and the Holy Spirit came over me. He was just hot, very warm, but I was just guided. I was guided to do that. After I was finished, it was like they were praying over me, or I don't know, it was the Holy Spirit, but I didn't know about it then. So after I felt the Holy Spirit all over me, I placed the Bible down, and I was led to lay down on the bed. So I just got up, put the Bible down, and went to my bed, and I laid there. I sat there, and I laid back, very quiet, and the Holy Spirit was still upon me. So as I'm laying there quietly, suddenly I saw an angel, very tall. I would say, I don't know, about 8 to 9, 10 feet tall, very tall. And I saw him wearing a white robe, you know, like white. And they were talking to me in my mind, mental telepathy. And amazingly enough, I responded with my thoughts. And I was told to look at the wall, my bedroom wall. So I'm laying here like this, and the wall was like right behind me. See how the white wall is? Okay. And the next thing that happened was incredibly amazing. I already had 2 children. They were like 7 and 10. No, they were like 7 and no, like 9 and 11, something like that. They were like that. They were 3 years apart. Anyway, they were preteen. And my husband and I, we were not planning on having any more children. I mean, we had already given our lives to the military, and we needed 7 more years to retire. So this angel in my mind tells me to look at the wall. So I turn around and I look at the wall. And the next thing I see, imagine the wall is here, and I see a little girl run out of the wall. She was very, very pale, kind of like strawberry blonde hair, really, really, really curly, really curly. She must have been about 2 or 3 years old. And Mexicans, Hispanic people, we love our daughters to wear the little ruffled underwear. So she was wearing a little ruffled underwear. You know, she was just pale and strawberry blonde hair and very curly, very happy, very happy. So I was shown this baby girl. I don't know who she was. I was just shown. And I saw her run out back into the wall, out of the wall, back into the wall. And I felt very happy inside. And I also understood that the angel was telling me more things, but it was not for then, not for at that moment. At that moment, all I was shown was that little girl that was, you know, she was like 2, 3 years old. She was wearing little tiny underwear with ruffles on the back, no shirt, just a little girl like running in the, you know, outside, really cute, really pretty little girl. And I didn't know, this is all that I was shown. So I was shown that little pretty little girl. And he continued talking to me in my thoughts. But it was whatever else he was telling me, it was going to be for a later time. And I just left it like that. The next thing I know, I get up from the bed, and I was in awe of what I was shown. I was in awe that I had the Holy Spirit, and I had no idea, no clue. I was not saved. I had nothing. I knew nothing about being saved or water baptized like that. And so, you know, I got up, and that was it. It must have been, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. It was amazing. And the angels do talk to you, but through mental telepathy. Well, okay, that was that day. And, you know, I went to work the next day. And again, those 2 days, for some reason, I always left work at about 3 o'clock, and I always got home by 3:30, right before the kids were getting home. But for some reason, these 2 days, I got off really early. I just did. So the same thing happened to me. I was told at work to leave early, that if I was already done, to go ahead and leave. So those 2 days I left at the same time. I think I left about 30 minutes sooner than I normally got out from work. So I got home, and the same thing happens to me again. I was led to walk down the hallway, sit at the end of my bed, put the Bible on my lap, and put my hands on the Bible, lay my hands on the Bible, and the Holy Spirit was on me. On me. I felt this warmth, this peace, this love. And after I was finished with what Holy Spirit was doing in me, I got up and I was told to go lay down, just like I did the day before. So I lay down, and then there was another angel. There's another angel. They're really tall, extremely knowing, all-knowing. And this time, I was told to look across the hall. Across our bedroom, there was a hallway, and then across there was right across the hallway was my son's bedroom, and then my daughter's bedroom. This time, I was told to look across. I could see from my daughter's bedroom. I could see the street in front of the house, and then I could see the house across the street and the sidewalk. So I was told to look across that window, across the street, on the sidewalk. On that sidewalk, I was shown a little boy, about 4 years old. He was wearing black pants and a white shirt, sort of pale, and dark hair, dark brown hair. And to me, the white shirt and the black pants signified, I understood. I understood that when somebody wears white and then black pants, it means illness, concerns about illness. And this little boy was not happy like the little girl that I was shown. He was just somber, just like that, somber. And that's all I was shown. And the angels continued to talk to me, mental telepathy. And that was the end of that. It was pretty fantastic. They knew the angels knew what they were doing. They were there to show me what they were going to show me and then leave. They were just there to do what God had told them to do. And years later, my daughter Megan was born. Pale, curly, red hair, strawberry blonde hair. Very extremely positive little girl. Her name is Megan. And that's my little girl that I was shown 4 years earlier. And then immediately, I got pregnant immediately. And I had a guess. My son, Robbie. And my son, Robbie, is a little on the pale side. Dark brown hair. And guess what? Remember I told you he was wearing the white shirt and the black pants? Now, that means illness. Well, my son Robbie has, since he was about 1.5 years, he has had chronic asthma. And the angels showed me my future children 4 years before they were going to be born. Now that I know what happened to me, I think like maybe 20-some. Right now, Megan is going to be, she's 25 and my son, no, she's 26 and my son's going to be 25. That was 27 years ago. Oh, well, no, longer than that. And yes, all I can make out right now is that was preordained by God. And I was supposed to know what my children were going to look like. And that was it. I'll talk to you later.